1, 2, 3. 3, 2, 1. And we are back with Mr. Biswas.
What's up, y'all?
The guy who can't play basketball, but he has a big-ass one on his shirt.
Dude, Detroit Pistons fan.
Oh,
what can I say, man? We got the game.
Yeah, we just prevented you from watching the game, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, screw you.
But this is for a good cause.
What's that?
We're going to talk about how both horrible people were. Actually, let me get rid of this. This is in the video. We don't want that there.
Okay.
Sound quality is good. Yeah, this does sound really cool. So.
How you're a horrible person or me?
Well, I just want to make sure the world knows that we're all horrible in our own way. You are worse than me, but I think...
Now you're just straight up lying, which you always do. So
would I lie to you?
I'll let that slide.
Would I lie to you?
Yeah.
Have I lied to you?
Come on now. Okay. Let's start this again.
All right, we're going to... So let's decide what was a worst case of thievery. Or is this actually stealing? Okay, would you consider this stealing? If I found a external battery... I'm going to let you tell the rest of the story.
Yeah, I wonder where this is going. You want me to tell it?
I do want you to tell it. I mean, it doesn't... Okay. You are the main character and the hero.
Well, I was just, on the computer, doing research, studying for some homework, all that, whatever. And I was getting ready. This is around, 11 o'clock p.m. So, it's getting really late in the lab. It's getting... I was going to go leave for home, but... Behind me, there's
however,
there's some outlets, and so, I was gonna charge my phone, so for 30 more minutes, whatever, because it was getting really low. Then I see an external battery. It's just plugged in there, charging.
Has your name on it, huh?
And I kind of looked at it. I was like, "Whoa, shit! Someone just left this over here." So I was like, I told Kaushik, he was sitting right next to me, my buddy. And, should I just take this? I'm like, what? They're like, no, you shouldn't take that. I'm like, yeah, you're right. So, for 5 minutes, I'm just thinking whether to take it or not. Then I'm like, you know what? I won't take it. I'll put it in lost and found. So, I left it. But then, I was like, curious. I look up the price on this thing. This thing was, over $50. So then I told Kaushik, yo, if I don't take it, someone else is going to do it. So I might as well just take it, right?
So that's how you validated yourself.
Someone else is going to take it. Even if I put in a lost and found thing, anyone could take it. You can't really justify, hey, this is mine, or this is mine. Anyone could take it.
That's the gray area, right? Because, if you put in lost and found, and I saw it, it's mine. Yes. I mean, it's lost and I found it. But, I do see your point, where it's like something like that, if you put in lost and found... Someone's going to take it. It's like if you put a wallet in lost and found, someone's going to go, is there any cash in there?
Yeah,
I found it.
If it was a wallet, then you know whose it is. That's different. You know who that belongs to.
You see, I would never do that. Let's clarify. I would never. How dare you?
I had no idea who it was.
If it was a battery, it's all you.
I was literally me, my buddy, and maybe 2 other people in the room, whatever. But they were all the way on the other end. So...
I like the way that you told it the first time. You're like, bro, if I didn't take it,
it was funny.
Someone would have stolen it. I'm like, yeah, really?
No, I still felt kind of dirty, kind of taking it, but I was like, it's whatever, man.
Do you still have it?
No, my brother has it.
Oh my gosh, we're passing it around the family.
Dude, it works. It charges.
Oh, I used it. It charges really.
It's a nice battery.
Whoever manufactured,
whoever left it over there, got a new battery.
Oh yeah, It works very well.
It's nice.
I'm surprised at how...
But, that being said, I don't think that was stealing.
There's a gray area there.
I found it.
There's a gray... Yeah, you didn't actually, There's
no way...
You didn't unplug a phone and take it. No one was using it. It was just in the outlet.
There's no way of, actually... there's no name on it. Dude, there's no way of finding who it actually belongs to.
Do you remember what was the craziest thing that we found lost and found?
Oh...
We were at work...
Yep.
When you're on a college campus,
magazines,
you will find a lot of crazy things in the lost and found.
Not just any kind of magazine, though.
That's true. It wasn't even magazines; it was a box,
dude.
I talked about this in one of my previous videos. Now, he was there when this happened. It was a heavy box too. This was not a one hand.
How many were there?
It was a little around 200.
Okay, I didn't know it was that one.
Yeah, there was around 200 because when we found it, people already gone through and took some home. That's how because
people are workers.
Oh, workers,
colleagues, whatever.
So we worked in the dorms at Michigan State, and what we found was the box.
Is that what you call it?
I'm calling it the box because whoever like if this was in the trash chute, like there's a room where you put all your trash and like you're supposed to put it down there and we clean like the big bin with all the trash in it. So this guy just put a box in the trash room, and we're like we opened the box, and wow, there were 200 like Playboys, Maxims, like there was like some foreign stuff.
I wasn't there for that. I was there when there were just a few issues left because you guys just took the rest.
I took like 50. I haven't even looked. I looked through one of them.
I took 3 only because I knew the girl was on the cover.
I took 50, bro. I was
and you got mad that I took 3.
I know.
How are you gonna get mad?
I don't know. Like for some reason, I was like the audacity.
So what'd you? I don't even have them anymore because I didn't really care. I just want to look through them and just throw them away.
I still have them. I've only looked through one. That's it. And I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, like they're just in a big garbage bag.
Yeah, I wonder why.
And, well,
it's literally trash. That's where they belong. That's where they were.
That's
to begin with.
But yeah, like, but this guy, there were condoms in there. There was lube in there, and
dude. Those are dirty magazines. Why do you have them?
Okay, look.
I'm glad I got rid of mine.
I didn't. No, like we flipped through the pages. None of them like some of them are in the packaging. Like the Maxim magazines, they were in the plastic. They were never opened.
And he threw them away.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
or she threw them away. It could be a girl.
It could be a girl. Look, there's some
enough.
freaky bitches out there. So
but it could be a guy also. Likely a guy.
It's most likely
a guy.
Most likely a guy.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, why would you throw like?
Maybe he realized that I'm too addicted to this. I can't do this anymore. So he, finally came through and was like, I'm gonna throw this stuff away. So he threw it away.
What if his roommate threw it away? Like when he wasn't there, like they had got like a huge fight. He's like, man, I'm gonna get back at this dude. Got all of his Playboys. That would be all funny. Of the condoms, like everything that involves sex.
And
the
in a condoms box. Though, what the?
That's just weird. That's like, wait, why would you throw those away? Like there were like boxes of them, like packaged, sealed in there.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just unusual.
Yeah, right. I'm like, for one thing, how did you even amass so many? And there were some old ones in there too, from like the 90s, which is not like old, but I mean,
I have a feeling that he has a dad that has Playboy magazines back at home.
Oh, so it's like passed through the family as you pass through like the external charger.
Maybe he just took it. Hey, no, that's different. That's different.
He just took it like they took the Playboys.
No, I mean, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the dad would figure it out. Maybe he's moving away for college, so I'm pretty sure that kid was probably he was most likely a freshman.
Most people who live in the dorms are freshmen.
Yeah, I don't think he's a sophomore.
Yeah, I've a lot of freshmen. I've noticed, like also in the trash chutes, there are a lot of gaming console boxes that are just left over.
Yeah, I wonder where you're going with this.
And the thing is, well, there is profit to be made. Okay,
mind you, these are just boxes. Yeah, empty boxes. Empty boxes.
Yeah, like, so this is my coming out moment. I was a crook for the
was.
Look, this is a whole different time in my life, people. So, a different time being like
a few years ago,
3 years ago. Yeah, like this is not that long. But so the idea came to me actually just out of like a joke. Like people were like, "Hey, what if you actually did this?" I'm like, What if I did?
It was an experiment.
It was. I didn't think it would act like. This was not like a scheme, like well planned out or thought. I'm just like,
no, I just paid for a couple classes, right?
For the hell. I will tell you though, like my mom did suspect, like she didn't like know like what I was doing, but she definitely was like, where do you have the money to buy all this stuff? Because I was buying like new headphones and I was like buying just like flash drives, like a bunch of like electronic stuff like that. And then she was like, how do you do this? Because she's like, I know you don't have a job. That's my mom. She's like, I fully realize like what you do. It's like, where's this coming from? And I was like, Mom, I don't spend money a lot. I've just been saving. She's like, you save a lot. I'm like, yeah, so what I would do, and this, I did not reach my stride in like the profit margins until I got to Michigan State. Oh my Lord. So you can't do this anymore, by the way. But
thank goodness.
Right. I used to upload like on eBay. I would sell Xbox boxes. That was like the title of the item, an Xbox box. But I specified in the description, you are purchasing the cardboard box, not the console or the controllers or any of the cords associated with it.
People still have the nerve to buy that.
And
For how much?
It was like $300 because I thought that was out. Look,
Wait, what'd you put the starting bid at?
I think the bid was just like a cent.
And it actually went up that high?
Yeah, because if you can buy an Xbox for 1 cent, you'd be like, oh hell yeah, and then everyone else has the same idea.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
so normally like the bids went up to like about the same price as a normal stock Xbox, which like the most expensive one was like $300 because that was some like special edition box. It was
Special edition box, not Xbox.
yeah, no.
Box.
It was an Xbox box. And people, but they were like bidding crazy money. And then when I got to Michigan State, I started working here. I was like, wow, there are a lot of cardboard boxes people just throw out. And I was like, huh, let's get back in the business. So I just started selling them. But I was like, holy crap. And I would get like angry emails from people like, hey, you owe me money. Like, this is just a box. I was like, sir, if you read the description carefully, what you will see
is you paid for what you purchased.
Yes.
You got what you bought.
You paid for what you purchased. That's true.
Well, they need to get some glasses, man.
That's the
How do
thing,
you
because
miss that?
I've had people say like, yo, I'm gonna call the cops. I was like, the thing is, if you look at the description, I clearly said you're purchasing the box, not the console or the controllers or the cords.
It's just slimy, man.
And like but see now what eBay does is, so
Thankfully.
what it used to be was that you would just type in Xbox and it would like automatically autofill for you like this is the like Xbox, and it would have all the details for you. And then at the very very bottom you would go shift 8 for the little star, and then you would write your description. But that would come after the description that eBay fills in for you.
Oh, okay. I guess that's kind of smart.
So, but now what happens is that your description comes first. So
Wait. So the other method was original.
The original method was like, so you would upload like your title, right?
Yeah.
So I just typed in Xbox, and then like eBay would say, is it an Xbox like this or like this Xbox One? What kind of Xbox is it? I would click on it, and then it would give like all the specs of it and the price of like a stock one and all the information on regular Xbox.
Got it.
And then below that, it would have the description that I type for the
You
product.
just put box.
And then I just wrote you're purchasing the box, not the console, controllers, nothing, just the box, the cardboard box. But people didn't care. They did not read the description.
You weren't lying.
That's a like.
But
it was a
messed
scam.
up.
But the thing is, I never lied to anyone.
You didn't, which is surprising coming from you.
Yes,
That is
I
shocking.
specifically said you are not buying the box. No one read the description. Like you can't like hide it either. Like it's going to be there. Whatever you type is there.
Xbox box.
Xbox box.
Couldn't work with PlayStation.
There was an idea for iPad pads.
iPad pads.
iPad pads.
Who would what?
I didn't do any of that.
What were you gonna give them? An iPad pad. What
Just
is
like a
that?
cloth.
They don't make cloths.
No, they're just like when you go to Costco and you have like those thing that cleans your glasses.
Yeah, I know
I
what
would
you're
just
saying.
be like a really big one of those and call it an iPad pad.
Well, at that point, you're actually fraudulent because
Because there's no such thing as
there is a MacBook book though.
the MacBook book. That was the other one I was thinking of. Yeah.
I think there is.
No, there is like an instructions manual, like tutorial guide, whatever. It's like you sell it for like $1,000. Here's a $10 book.
That would have been bad on so many levels, dude.
But that would have been some profit though.
No, that would have been bad. Like, I'm sure. I feel like they could arrest you for that.
I did like some people. I've been threatened by to call the cops on me before, and every time like they would report me to eBay, and they would always result in like my account would get like suspended, or
make a new
and I'll make a
account.
brand new one, right? But like it would never get banned. Because the thing was, you can check like the ratings of people. Mm-hmm. So I would actually use the eBay account to like buy like magic cards or like buy actual products.
And then you get feedback.
And then you get a few like up stars, and you're like, oh, this guy is like a genuine person. And then there's me. But let me tell you something: the profit margins were. I feel like a drug dealer because it was $0 to make the products.
You were a hustler, to say the least.
I didn't lie. Let's keep that in mind, people. I mean,
hustlers don't lie either, correct?
True. But like, did I steal? Is it actually theft? Because I told them what they're buying.
Being a hustler isn't a good thing.
but I didn't steal from them. That was that was the complaint, was that you are stealing from us. I'm like, no, I'm not. I told you that you are buying the box, and you bid anyway.
Don't do that again.
Well, I can't. But moral perspective, it's very wrong. Illegal, it's not.
No, morally, no, dude, it's totally wrong.
No, there's no morals that would validate that at all.
Dude, no. Let's just get off this topic.
Let's move that. So
talk about something else, man.
Yeah, let's talk about jobs. I don't have one. Like, I'm just doing this. I'm a stay-at-home son.
Working on it.
Thank you very much.
Just kind of doing Lyft on the side, Uber, what do you want to call it? Just
what is
driving? Do
you work for both?
No, I'm not gonna do Uber. No.
Which one does one pay you more, or does it?
Okay, well, supposedly Lyft pays you more.
I've heard that too.
So, and just like in general, like they're just noted as a better company.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to go with them. So I've been just driving.
How many people have you driven?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I think maybe around 90 to 100 so far. I've only been working for a few weeks. Most people they've been fine, man. I've had a good time. Like, a lot of customers are really cool, okay? Like, they actually, like, generally, like talking about, whatever's on their mind. But I get some nice tips, too. I know where you're going with this.
Let's focus on the minority who are not
the bad
nice.
Customers.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've had 2 bad customers. One bad customer was because, so I got her in the back of the car. I was going to take her to her place, but her place didn't show up on the GPS. Where I picked her up, that's the address that showed up. So I kind of told her, like, hey, your drop-off address is the same as your pickup address. Which, I don't know, I can't really remember that well what happened, but pretty sure on my phone it said, drop off, passenger here.
Right.
And it was literally her address. And I told her that to switch on her app or whatever. She's like, oh, you're going to charge me more. I'm like, so I'm just confused. But then I told her, like, I'll just put on my Google Maps and just take you there. Just forget about the apps, whatever it's doing. Then later on, she accidentally canceled it. And then she brought up, like, why don't you just put it in your maps? Which I already told her that I would do, but I didn't do.
Oh, she was trying to get a free ride. I
don't know what she was trying to do. That's what I was getting, like, when I did drop her off anyways. So I took her back to her house. I didn't know where her house was. And so I kind of told her, she kind of directed me. And then, like, but the whole time she's like saying, I'm going to leave you 1 star. I'm going to leave you 1 star. Oh, this is the worst Lyft ride ever. Oh, I never had this ever happen to me ever. Pretty much like, like a bitch attitude.
Yes.
Anyway. So, and like, you could at least, you know where you picked me up from. You could at least remember the house when I dropped her off or whatever, and she slammed the door. I was so pissed, man. I was so pissed. I know this is not the funny one. I was going to get there. But then, like, the next guy ended up being really cool that I picked up. So then I was like,
well, anyone you get after that, like, it can't get much worse.
I know, but I was in such a shitty mood after that. But the guy after was really cool. We just talked about life, I think. I don't even remember. But it's pretty hard. But
what was the funniest?
The second ride.
Oh, man.
I've only had 2 bad rides. One was the bitch.
Okay.
2 was...
One was the bitch?
This guy is like... This guy is wow on so many levels. So this is like...
This guy is wow on so many levels. I've never heard that description before.
Got, pick up someone, go to his house. I'm waiting for him. Comes out, before he decides to get in my car, he decides, I gotta take a piss. So he kind of looks, towards his house. Doesn't go in his house.
Oh.
He's like at his lawn or whatever, and decides just to take a piss outside.
Wait, so he came out of his house.
Yes.
And
locked the door, whatever, started walking to my car, but didn't get in my car.
on the lawn, what the?
He decided just like, oh, dude, I gotta go. So he literally turned around.
So he went.
And then a waterfall, man. Jeez. Then I'm like, wow, for real? So he gets in my car, and then he had 2 stops, okay? You could do that in, like, Lyft. I think you could do that in Uber, too. I don't even know. So I took him to his first stop. If you're gonna take people to stops, you should not be there more than 5 minutes. It's literally a stop. You know?
I've got a story for you about that. Yeah.
Take him to his first stop. This dude's in there for like 10 minutes. So I give him a call, like, hey man, you done doing, whatever you're doing? I was obviously paraphrasing. That's not what I said. I said it in a more polite manner.
It's like, bro, where the fuck are you? I got customers, man. Get your bitch ass outside. He's
literally wasting my time. But okay, so anyways.
Were you getting paid while you weren't moving?
I was getting paid. Yes, I was. Oh, this is good, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I was getting paid, but still, he's wasting my time. I'd rather get more rides.
Right. And just sit there.
And just sit there and wasting my time. But anyways, call him. He's like, yeah, I'll be right out. Wastes another 10, 15 minutes. And dude, like, I was getting ready to leave. Like, I was going to just dip. But for some reason, I stayed. And he eventually got back in. All right? End of first stop. So now I got to take a second stop.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
So while I'm driving to a second stop, he's directing me like, hey, go here. Hey, go here. Like, these aren't shortcuts. Like, eventually I found out, like, he's taking me to a gas station because he had to buy something from a gas station. So I waited at the gas station for another 5-10 minutes. I was getting ready to leave, but I didn't leave. I still stayed for some reason. I don't know why. So he got in.
Did he give you 5 stars?
I don't know what he gave me. I didn't even check, but I didn't give him 5 stars. I'll tell you that.
Oh, you can rate customers?
Of course you could rate customers.
I did not know that.
But okay, I'll get there eventually, okay?
Okay.
So, got him from the gas station. We're driving to his drop-off. I'm finally, like, relieved a little bit, but it was far. This was, like, West Jefferson. So, south of Detroit, south of the Ambassador Bridge. It's far.
Jeez, okay. Yeah, that's a distance.
So, while we're driving there, it's just like, dude, there's, like, this looks dead. Like, you're looking around, you know, imagine you're, what's the word? You're just looking around. It's just like no one lives here. It's just like
a ghost town.
It's a ghost town. Like, it's just dark, no lights. Sketchy. Sketchy is the right word to use. So then, like, he's like wondering, like, what, like, where's his friend? Like, you know, where I'm trying to drop him off. Calls us a buddy up, and then he finds out I should have dropped him off at East Jefferson, which is like north.
Whoa.
It's north of downtown. Well, like, it's northeast of downtown. So, like, I was with the guy for an hour and a half, 90 minutes. Finally dropped him off, relieved, but just mad. I was so frustrated. And then I looked at the final fare, it was $76.
Woo! You made cash on that ride.
So then I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But that was only because of, like, it was like during, like, prime time, so, like, I guess Lyft has some kind of bonus.
Can you set your prices?
No, you can't do that. It's all controlled by how long you're with the passenger, how many miles you drive, and everything like that. But on top of the bonus, it resulted in $76.
Oh.
So I guess I should have gave him a 1 star, honestly. Like, I shouldn't have had to go through all that. But after seeing the 76, I just gave him like a 3 or 4 star. I forgot.
I think, like, anything everyone just says like 1 or 5. Like, the fact that you gave him, that was generous of you to give him like a 3 or 4. I just would have been like 1. I don't think I would make a good driver, to be honest. For one thing, really? I'm not good at driving, for one thing, but another is just like, I gotta deal with people on a daily basis, and then people got problems, then they're gonna put them on, like, the reason you stayed,
they're gonna share their stories with you,
the reason you stayed is because you're a good person. That's not something we have in common.
No. Okay, maybe that is why.
No, that is why.
I should have left.
I'll tell you the story that I won't tell you where we were coming back from, but I was with a friend, and this was last year, I think. I was with Siki. And so you can guess where we're coming back from.
Okay, I already know.
And, yeah. And so we asked this Uber driver, we're like, hey, man, so what was, like, the craziest Uber story that you've ever had?
Yeah, I don't know about this.
And, yeah, so, no, this guy was like, oh, man, let's go. Like he's been asked this question so many times, apparently, that he has, like, a story on hand.
Yep.
And he said the craziest story was actually, like, a week prior to us. He's like, he had to drop this girl off, and he said it was just, like, the cops, actually. Like, this is how bad it was. It involved the cops. And while he was driving her,
yep,
for one thing, she's like, I'll pay you half on the card, half in cash.
You can't do.
So already, yeah, he's like, how would that work? And she's like, oh, don't worry. Like, just tell me what the total cost is. I'll give you, like, whatever.
That's not how it works.
Somehow, some way, he managed. He's like, sure, we'll figure something out. Like, see, he's a good guy. This is the problem. Don't be a good person.
No,
this is how bad things happen to you.
At that point, you gotta say no. I mean, continue with the story.
So, like, when she's driving, right? She drove to, like, this person's house. It was like here, like in East Lansing.
Okay.
And she was like, all right, if I'm not out in 5 minutes, call the cops.
What? She said that to the driver?
She said, if I'm not out in 5 minutes, call the cops.
Okay.
And that was his reaction. He was like, all right. And then she's like, okay, so the time starts when I walk in that door. And he was like, all right.
So very specific.
So right, yeah. So she went in there, and he said like he's looking at his watch, and it's like 5 minutes go by, like it's quiet. Doors aren't opening, garage isn't opening, nothing's going on, and it's like now 10 minutes go by, and at this point he's like, all right, well, it's time to call the cops. Yep. So he dialed 911, and then he was like, hey, come to this address. I think something is going on. Whatever. And then that's when he started hearing like loud banging noises. Like from like the garage. Someone's like punching your garage door. Like you just hear like metal going like just like wobbling.
What the?
And then after that, he said like the front door swung open and she ran out. But she wasn't wearing the same clothes as when she went in. She had like a hoodie. Like she went in with like a dress or whatever. She came out with like a hoodie and like sweatpants or jeans.
Okay.
All right. And then she got in the car, and then she's like, okay, we got to go now. And then he's like, what do you mean? I called the cops. She's like, why'd you call the cops? It's like, because it's been past 5 minutes. She's like, you shouldn't have done that. He's like, what do you mean? They're on their way. She's like, no, I'm on parole. And then he's like, what do you mean you're on parole? And she's like, well, the case is still open. He's like, the case? Parole? The case? What do you mean? She's like, we have to go. And then he was like, oh shit. So he drove off. And I was like, what is going on? And then he's like, ma'am, I'm going to drop you off somewhere and I'm going to leave. And she's like, no, that's fine. Just drop me off right there. So she just pointed somewhere. And then he's like, no problem. He dropped him off and then he just drove off. And then it's like she ran down the street, never saw her again.
Wow.
Never heard from her, nothing. But he's like, the cops did show up because he's like, because on his way, like on the opposite direction, he heard the sirens. He's like, I know where they're going.
Dude, I kind of wonder, like, what happened over there?
I'm curious too. And
the cops were there.
The cops showed up because I mean, it was past 5 minutes, and I just won't forget this guy's reaction when like this girl was like, you shouldn't have done that. I'm on parole. Because the case is still open. What?
The girl literally said call the cops.
Yeah, so
I don't know what to say about that, man.
So if you ever get a customer like that, props.
Dude, I don't know. I guess when it happens, it happens.
There was the other really funny story was like he was driving someone. It was like a half an hour ride, and they fell asleep. And he was just like, well, what do I do? So he tried to wake him up. They didn't wake up. Like he literally tried to like shaking them like back and forth. This man did not move a muscle.
Really?
So he said, like, I was like, what'd you do? He's like, I just picked him up, like, knocked on the door he's supposed to be at. Some dudes, like, came out and they dragged his ass in the house.
This is getting weird.
So, yeah.
This is getting weird, man.
You go find some interesting customers, I'll tell you that.
I might just stop driving altogether.
No. You need these stories.
Dude, I don't know. I've had two. Actually, the first one wasn't really I didn't even really drop her off. I just dropped her back to her own place. The second guy was just crazy and I can't even get there.
That second guy was definitely an interesting individual, I'll tell you that much.
I hope I never see him ever again.
Did he like you?
Dude, like, I mean, I don't know. What do you mean by that?
That's true. Like, did he give you 5 stars as a driver? Or?
I mean, I don't know if you can really see your rating from the passengers in general. I don't know. I've never even bothered to look. Like, I know my rating overall, but I don't know.
What is it?
That's 4.9 out of 5.
Wow.
So someone has given me a 4-star before. Yes,
it was me.
Because I'm sure there will be people that be like, "Oh, car's dirty," or like, "Oh, car smells," or it's just something petty. Mm-hmm. People will think of that and just give 4 or 3 stars or whatever. It happens.
Some people are like entitled. It's like, man, you have to work for my 5 stars.
I know. Yeah, like I know. There's like people that get pissed off just because you have a dirty car. It hasn't happened to me. But looking online,
your car isn't dirty, like outside or inside.
No, yeah, my car's fine. I mean, outside, and it's the snow and everything, the dirt. It's
okay. If it snows, like, everyone's car is gonna get like slightly.
That's what you would think. But looking online, what other people have experienced, they've gotten bad ratings because of their car being dirty. Even if it's like snowy. I know. It is stupid.
So they were okay with like the ride. They just didn't care about the outside of what it looked like.
Yeah, but the thing is,
that's the dumbest. Like what?
You're gonna get so many rides that the rating is gonna average out to be pretty good, anyways. So you're gonna get some bad ratings. It happens.
Are you gonna stick with it for a while?
Yeah, just for a while until I actually get
a job,
a full-time job.
Yeah,
this is like a part-time job.
Oh yeah, I don't even know what I'm gonna do when I graduate. I'm just
Lyft.
trying to. That's not a bad option, but
avoid these crazy people, please, and give them bad ratings if they end up being. I couldn't give that one girl a bad rating. The bitch, I couldn't give her a bad rating.
We're calling her the bitch. Codename bitch.
Because I never got to drop her off at her destination.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I had to put her back there. She's the one who canceled the ride. That's her fault. So
now, what if that girl's like, all right, if I'm not back in 5 minutes, call the cops. If you encounter that, that's gonna be some crazy shit, man.
If I
those are where the stories come from.
I shouldn't. No, dude. That's the situation that I don't want to be part of. I don't need to be.
He was an accomplice.
He was. But no, dude. He could have left, which I honestly would have done.
Yeah, like before
hearing the story, I guess I'm kind of glad he didn't. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel.
I didn't ask any questions. I'm like, look, people are weird. I don't even want to know what she was doing in that house.
Props to him for sticking around, calling the cops because she kind of said to do that.
Yeah.
I kind of, and I wonder, she said 5 minutes. If he had done it right after 5 minutes, they would have showed up.
Yeah, I was like, and then she would have gone to jail or something. I don't know.
I mean, why does she want the cops there? What happened?
Like, see, that was the thing. It's like, I have no clue.
That is just totally weird.
Like, there's no explanation for the extraordinary.
Have you ever got kicked out of a cab drive?
Have you?
I don't remember, but I heard stories that I have.
No, we're running out of time. Damn. I will tell you this. My worst experience in an Uber, and I'm gonna write this into like a stand-up routine as well. I'll include the 5-minute thing. Hell.
All right.
But this was with my ex-girlfriend at the time, like from Michigan State.
Mm-hmm.
And we were coming back from what's the place by Harper's? Like
Menace?
It's the
Club Rush.
Club Rush, that's what it was.
7-Eleven.
So yeah, that's true. So we were at Club Rush and drinking heavily, by the way.
Okay.
So like
good to know, I guess.
Well, this is important actually. So she, by the way, this girl is tiny. Like she's literally like 100 pounds.
Okay.
Like and like she's a very small human being.
So she's short too?
She is short and she's a small human being. She cannot drink that much.
All right.
She took it upon herself to match me. And I was like, look, you don't have to do... Like, this is not a contest, right?
Dude.
And then she's like, no, I can drink more than you. Long story short, like, it came to the point where I'm like, look, you can barely walk. If we don't leave now, you're going to get kicked out. So I'm like, I'm not going to leave her. She was my girlfriend at the time. So I was like, let's just go back home and call it a day.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, sure. We call this Uber, and it's a nun.
That's driving the Uber?
It's a nun, yes.
Wait, is it actually... Okay, is it actually an Uber, though?
Yes, it is. I use the Uber app. Give me a ride.
You called it, okay.
Yeah, I called it.
She called it or something. Okay.
And no, she couldn't call anything.
So, okay, it's a nun driving. That's interesting. Okay.
No, it was horrible.
Why?
Could you imagine? Okay, because this is a nun driving. This is me dragging a girl who's wasted in a very provocative dress into the car with me and saying, take me to my place. I'm bringing her with me.
Okay.
The scene looks horrible.
It does look bad.
But I was like, wait, no. I know this girl. I'm not just dragging her out of there. Like, we damn near live together. No, don't do this, God, please.
Okay.
Like, Jesus literally took the wheel. It was bad. She, like, on the way back to my apartment, this is when things got horrible. She starts lecturing to me about the Bible. I'm not even Christian.
Ugh.
Okay? And then eventually when we finally get to my place, she turns around, like in the car, she looks at me in the backseat, I'm barely sober, her in the backseat, she's like, like just out, like looking up at the ceiling, and she's like, did you guys sin?
That's did you leave her a bad rating?
Well, when she asked if I sinned, I said, I'm trying. But she's pretty drunk.
You just say that?
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying, but I mean, she's out of it.
What'd she say?
She just said, get the hell out of my car.
She said that?
She didn't say get the hell out, but she's like, yo, get out of my car. I was like, yeah, no problem.
Dude.
And that's the night we just left. Like, I didn't almost carried her up to my apartment.
If you're a nun and you're Ubering and lifting around a college campus on a college night, pretty much.
I'm like, this can't get any worse.
What do you expect? What do you expect?
Yeah, I'm like, if I just can't.
Like, what are you out there?
I can't explain
lecturing
this.
people. What is she?
I know, like,
She's
it's
trying
like
to push her own agenda.
the stars aligned so that things went bad for me. Who gets a nun for an Uber driver? Like, I can't make this stuff up. I don't even believe this really happened to me.
No, I mean, okay, no, none being an Uber driver, there's nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot of things wrong with that.
It's just what she was doing while she was driving. I mean,
The situation was just bad, man. But that's it. We are out of time. We got plenty of hilarious stories. If you find this guy on Lyft, you should definitely talk to him. He's an awesome human being, and from these stories, you know, like he'll actually wait for you. He's a good person.
unlike some people. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm not a good guy at all.
Man. You're a great guy.
I'm not a good person. Yeah, if you see me, like drive like Uber, you don't want to get in this car because there's a very good chance we could all die and we would never. I'm a horrible driver, bro.
All right.
Thank you so much for being here. Stay fresh, stay golden, everybody.